Thanks for dropping in on Warriors.com. Today we have newly acquired small forward Dorell Wright, just recently signed from the Miami Heat as a free agent starting his 7th year. And Dorell, first of all, welcome to the Bay Area and the Golden State Warriors. I know you're happy to be here.
Oh, I'm very excited. You know, I'm a California kid and I'm happy to be here.
Well, our general manager, Larry Riley, had been seeking a small forward. He was very honest about that, and acquiring someone who is young and talented, who has some size and a basketball body, multifaceted skills, and someone who likes to play defense. And I know you came out of a Pat Riley regime, so defense has been an emphasis for you.
Oh, definitely. You know, that's one thing they really enforced in Miami was defense. That was, you know, the main thing we did. So, you know, it's just in me now for the past 6 years. All I know, you know, get on the court is defense first. So, you know, that's what I'm going to try to bring here is, you know, a little defensive intensity.
You know, I think it's a great opportunity for you as an individual, but for this franchise, obviously Miami has done pretty well with free agents this summer, but that enabled the Warriors to take an opportunity and lure you away and gives you a chance to come to a team that's done pretty well as far as free agents with David Lee, and you put him alongside Andres Peters, pretty good rebounders together. And now you've got a strong backcourt with Monte Ellis and Steph Curry, and you're going to step into that 3 spot. It's a pretty good team to play with.
Oh, definitely. You know, all those guys, you know, great players, and I'm very excited to be out there on the court with them this next season. You know, Monte, one of the top scorers in our league. Stephen Curry coming, you know, off a big rookie season, and David Lee, All-Star. And, you know, I'm just looking forward to getting out there after it.
Let's go back to a draft day. I believe it was June 24th, 2004. And you felt you were going to go in the first round. And Pat Riley, I know Pat well, and he's very judicious and wise in who he's going to select. He doesn't want to waste that pick. He had never picked a high school player. First ever in Heat history. He passed up on Jameer Nelson, who had played 4 years in college, and everybody thought that he should have gone before that. And he picked you because he didn't look at you as a high school kid. He certainly knew you were a high school kid. You did go with 5 years, that extra years as a prep player, National Prep Player of the Year, as a matter of fact. You had to be very flattered that someone with his credentials would think enough to draft you in the first round.
Oh, definitely. You know, knowing Pat Riley's history, you know, players he coached and things like that, you know, it was definitely an honor. You know, someone I looked up to growing up in Los Angeles. You know, I always seen him around. So it was definitely a big honor, you know. And, you know, I felt that he saw something in me that, you know, I could go out there and help the Heat.
You know, you mentioned you growing up in Los Angeles. And I remember reading a story about a young man, Dorell Wright, with his mother at practice at Loyola Marymount. After practice, you would see Pat Riley, and you would say, "Look, Mom, there's Pat Riley." And she'd say, "Well, go over and say something to him." But you never did. Never. And then he walked away, and she said, "Well, there goes your opportunity." You remember those days?
Yeah, I definitely remember those days, like yesterday. You know, that was the first story my mom brought up once, you know, Miami selected me. And, you know, I'm very shy. A lot of people don't know that because I'm goofy too, but I'm very shy. So I was just too shy.
You know, I know that you were kind of hidden the first couple of years, and you played for Stan Van Gundy. And like a lot of veteran coaches, he wants to keep a rookie, particularly one so young, teach them the skills and develop those skills. Pat Riley called you a multifaceted player. He loves your basketball skills, but you do have to develop that and also endurance in the NBA. So you played 3 years that first year. Then you played 3 games, and then 20 games the next year. What were they emphasizing with you? Was it all about the defense? Because that's a half-court defensive-minded team. Was that what it was?
You know what? Main thing was, you know, they wanted to develop me. They felt that I wasn't ready to get out there because, you know, the first 2 years we were going after a championship, and they felt that, you know, the best thing for me is to develop me. I worked hard every day with Keith Atkins, and, you know, we did a lot, you know, working on my shot, just doing everything, redoing my shot, and really emphasizing defense. You know, Keith Atkins was one of the good defenders in his league, so
absolutely.
He definitely showed me different, you know, different little things, you know, vet things, you know, to get out there and play D.
And I would think that another assistant coach, a guy named Bob McAdoo, who was the 3-time scoring champion in the mid-'70s, MVP of the league in '75. He probably taught you a few things about shooting, didn't he?
Oh, definitely. And I know all his accolades because he definitely reminds you every single time. So and he's still a great shooter to this day. He gets out there, he shoots with us, and never touches the rim. So
I've heard no one's beaten him.
No one's beaten him. Especially his rules. He has his own rules too. So, but
So now with the Golden State Warriors and a great opportunity for you to excel, what facets of your basketball game do you think that you have the ability to grow into, and where can you expand your skills?
you know, with this system, I think it's the perfect system for me. You know what I mean? And I think I fit well. You know, with getting up and down, being athletic, running the lanes, knocking down open shots and things like that. But I definitely want to be a more consistent three-point shooter. Last year, it was coming around, and now I'm just continuing to work on it so I could be consistent, shooting the high 40s, and just be a consistent shooter.
Yeah, last year your highest mark ever, 39%, which is very, very good. One game you had 6 3-pointers made against Minnesota. And you're going to get, you only played 20 minutes a game, you're going to get an opportunity to play a lot more minutes here. You played with a great backcourt performer, one of the greatest, in Dwayne Wade, and you won a championship. Congratulations on that. That had to feel pretty good.
Thank you.
But now you come to a team that has 2 players in the backcourt. They're not Hall of Famers yet, but Steph Curry and Monte Ellis, 2 talented players, and this is a team that likes to run. So I would expect not only you're going to have some defense, but you're going to have fun running up and down the court, and your scoring average is going to excel.
Oh, definitely. It's going to be fun, running up and down with those 2 guys. I definitely have to bring my track shoes to keep up with those guys. So, like I said, I'm just looking forward to, getting out there, stepping in, trying to play hard, just do everything, to get wins.
It seems like that Pat Riley and that organization brought you along slowly, didn't want to overwhelm you, and you were already a mature. Like he was talking about you. I remember in the articles when you first got drafted, he said, "Don't look at him as a high school kid. Yes, inexperienced, but he liked your maturity." And it seems like you have weathered the storm and finding now, coming into your 7th year, this is time for you to blossom and bloom.
Oh, definitely. I feel it's my time. They did a great job with developing me, and I did a good job of listening to what those guys had to say. A lot of things Dwayne's had to say to me too. So I think it's my time to go out there and finally prove myself as a basketball player.
So now Pat Riley, who'd been in the league since 1967, now you come to Don Nelson and that tenure, and he's a guy that's been in the league since 1962. What have you heard about Don Nelson and his style of play?
A lot of things. I have a lot of friends that's been through, his system. So I've heard a lot of great things, about his system, and his coaching. So I'm very excited to play for Don Nelson, another Hall of Famer coach. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, Miami has pretty good weather. We know that's a nice place to live. Now you come to the Bay Area of California, and I've always thought this is a terrific place. So you're pretty fortunate, and you're second team after 6 years, and you come to a beautiful place like Northern California.
Oh, definitely. I dodged the snow, so I'm definitely excited about that. But Los Angeles, is right down the street, so I'm very familiar with the
Sure.
Bay Area weather. So I'm excited, that it's good weather.
Well, Dorell, not only maturing as a basketball player, but now you have a partner and now a 2-year-old son, and that's got to be exciting for you as you move along in life.
It's definitely exciting, someone, that grows up and definitely wants to be like you, because he's a basketball phenom. Like, he loves basketball. So it's very exciting. I'm happy to be a father, and just taking care of him and, just showing him the way how to be a man.
Well, thank you for tuning in to Warriors.com today, and be sure to check Warriors.com daily, because we'll have player updates, player interviews, and also you can follow the Warriors Summer League from Las Vegas here at Warriors.com.